The controversy that surrounds Bryson Dechambeau seems to be a point of interest for even those who are not big golfing fans. To label him as a controversial figure doesn't do him justice though, because he is also one hell of a golfer. In this video, we will address why Bryson Dechambeau is a nightmare for his opponents to play against. First up, Bryson has completely changed his game for the better. Bryson Dechambeau is a golfing pro known for using a scientific approach to the game. Over the past few years, Bryson has gained quite a bit of muscle, which, combined with his unique style, has made him one of the greatest players out there in the world of golf. They say that size isn't everything, but when you can hit the ball 300 yards plus, you'll be surprised how much it can help your golfing game. He, of course, is no slouch around the greens either. His game has evolved so much over the course of the past 2 seasons, and his game has transferred from a player of note to a player capable of winning any competition he plays in. Bryson has a degree in physics, which in many ways elevates him above the average golfer. He integrates his analytical knowledge and sciences to golfing, which garnered him the nickname The Scientist. Bryson has 10 professional wins under his belt, all thanks to his analytical approach to golf. If you don't know the detail to which Bryson dissects the game, I urge you to seek out some of his videos where he talks about the science of hitting the golf ball, and if your brain doesn't shut down after 2 minutes, you're a better man than I. Bryson's approach has also helped his swing speed, which has changed dramatically over the last few years. Between 2019 and 2020, Bryson's speed shot up to 195 miles per hour from 175 miles per hour, and his personal record is 219 miles per hour. Not only has the impact of his swing increased, but his backswing has also improved as well. He reached this point by using his technical know-how to eliminate the number of variables you can get while trying to perfect your golf swing. On setup, Bryson uses a one-lever system in which his lead arm faces upwards. With this system, he can address the ball with the square club face and maintain the square for the entirety of the swing. Bryson swings on one plane only, so he doesn't break his wrist at the peak of his swing while maintaining the club face. That is why his irons have the same length of 37.5 inches and feature jumbo grips. Yes, all of his clubs are the same length. That is how much Bryson thinks about the game of golf. Bryson has gained 40 pounds during his rigorous training in recent years. He has been lifting heavy weights at the gym and has been drinking an obscene amount of protein shakes. He has been speed running using a special super speed set, which he claims have helped him in perfecting his swing. It is safe to say Bryson's mentality on pushing beyond the limits has paid off. He analyzes the figures and science of the game before using a swing that is more powerful than before without compromising on accuracy. Next, his history with slow play. Bryson has been criticized for his slow play on many occasions. Golf, by its very nature, is a labored game, and a round of pro golf typically takes around the 4-hour mark. So when someone gets accused of slow play, it is usually the case that they are taking a lot more time than they actually need. Unlike when we might play a round of golf, there are several things pros need to worry about, which makes the round much longer than it would be for us anyway. So, in my honest opinion, there can't be any excuses for repetitive slow play. Isolated incidents can occur, and the importance of the moment does need to be taken into consideration, but Bryson often didn't have any of these 2 things on his side. To his credit though, Bryson has stated that he wants to be part of the solution, not the problem, and after originally fighting his corner, has tried to make improvements regarding this, the center of controversy. Because Bryson has the habit of being the center of controversy, this can be very off-putting for other players. His antics can put other players off their stride, and this can go some way to explaining why he has had quite a bit of beef with other players on the tour. Brooks seems to have the type of personality that doesn't mind engaging in this sort of behavior, and I doubt very much he will lose sleep over anything that has happened between the two in the past. For some reason, they just want to get on and play the game of golf, and antics within the sport are not well received as they might be in some others. Mavericks are more likely to be accepted by the public than fellow golf pros, it would appear. Now, incidents that have not adhered Bryson Dechambeau to the public. It would also appear that Bryson cannot keep himself out of trouble. One of the main reasons why the public dislike him is because of his comment on the Cobra golf driver. During the first round of Open Championships at Royal St. George's Golf Club in 2021, Bryson shot 1 over 71 and didn't hit as many fairways as he would have liked. Bryson told reporters that his Cobra Rad Speed driver was at fault and claimed it was not up to his image. His comment on the driver was received with bad press, as a representative from Cobra claimed that multiple people at the company worked on clubs to get the best possible driver for Bryson, and he only responded with negative remarks. Bryson found himself in hot water in 2018 when he led the European Tour event with a stroke on the 15th hole at Green Eagles. During the game, Richard McAvoy made a birdie for a one-shot lead and a bogey for 17th place, only to get a fiery response from Bryson, who had an emotional outburst beforehand. What really became the center of attention was the manner of Bryson's brief handshake with McAvoy before he departed from the green. Bryson's actions were deemed as bad sportsmanship by viewers, something he agreed with and later apologized for. His comment on the COVID vaccine was also met with controversy. Bryson was tested positive for COVID on July 27, 2021, which forced him out of the Olympics. After recovery, he talked about losing 10 pounds and said that he was struggling with coughing spurts from the illness. He also talked about why he refused to take the vaccine. Bryson claimed the vaccine did not prevent anyone from being infected with COVID and that he was already young and fit to play, so he had no need for it either, a statement that many pro-vaxxers would disagree with. This, in truth, is his decision, but it just added fuel to his image of that of a controversial character. Bryson Dechambeau is an intimidating presence. Bryson can drive the ball further than anyone. He plays up to it also. He is not shy of telling the crowd that he is going to be going straight for the green, and this is often met with great thrill by those in the crowd watching. This is what we all want to see, stuff we can't do as mere mortals. The issue for his opponents, though, is that they can't do it either, so it could be said that some of the players might find it hard to focus completely on the game. Is Bryson Dechambeau good for the game? Controversy is not always a bad thing. Sometimes the golfing public needs a good story to keep their interest alive in the game. Sport used to have more rivalry, but now it appears everyone is best friends with everyone and bad blood rarely spills over. Therefore, it could be nice to have a little story on the side. His rivalry with Brooks Koepka is also a good subplot. I might have to agree with you if you think that at times the rivalry becomes ridiculous, but this is honestly just part of the fun. The pettier it became, the more obvious it was that these two really didn't like each other. Some weeks, there was more chat about whether these two will be paired together than the actual competition itself. There is also a need for different characters within the game. Golf is a game noted for gentlemanly conduct and superb technique. So, in many ways, when someone comes along and breaks the mold, it is seen as more of a challenge to the status quo that the fans normally embrace. But Bryson has challenged the status quo like no other. The golfing public like their enigmas to be a little bit wild and unpredictable and flawed. Maybe Bryson could be described as a few of these things, but he cannot be compared in the slightest bit to golf's previous bad boys, such as John Daly, who didn't approach the game anyway, as Bryson has decided to. That'll be all for today, folks. Please let us know in the comments down below what you think about Bryson Dechambeau.